Good morning, everybody. I hope you're well. My name is Jerome, and I am the Sane Realist. Interesting. Let's make a kind of a video on a positive note here, you know? Kind of a way to look around and be thankful for what we have. I was looking at Facebook, and I keep getting this woman as a friend request, not a friend request, but a suggestion from the wonderful algorithms at Facebook, which are really, really active. Let's put it that way. And I'm like, who is this person? And two similar friends, and both of the similar friends are people that I have known since first grade, long time. I don't really associate with them anymore, but we're connected on Facebook. So I'm like, well, let's see. So I looked at her profile, and boom, she went to Palmer Elementary, the same elementary that I did. I'm like, wow. So I looked at her pictures, and she had a class picture from my first grade. And I wasn't in it because I think you had to buy it, you had to pay for it, and my mom didn't have the money. And so there was a blank spot where I should have been. But yeah, it was an old looking black and white picture, like old. And I'm like, wow, I am old. I came to that, wow, this was me, okay. You know, I didn't recognize any of the kids. The principal looked like a cruel man, and the teacher looked like an old biddy, for the lack of it. And I remember my first grade teacher was a horrifically mean woman, and I did not get along with her at all. That I do remember. That's an ingrained memory. So, man, I thought, how life has changed since then. Wow. How far have we come in the last 54 years since I was a little kid? In every imaginable way. You know, how far has society evolved in the last 50 years? How has the climate evolved in the last 50 years? How has life changed for the world, for that matter, in 50 years? And I believe, and I think I'm right, that the standard of living pretty much across the world has improved. You know, you don't see as many pictures of starving kids in Africa. It isn't that big of a deal anymore. There's food insecurity, but it's not, at least according to the resources that we have more than enough as a race to make sure everybody gets fed already. You know, anything that tries to deny food to people is all political in nature. There's enough food. There's more than enough food. We have the ability to grow in abundance with the modernization of farming. Think about it. You know, farmers used to have a little old blah, 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 blah tractor, and it was one guy on like 30 acres, and he could grow so much, but there was there was food insecurity. You know, down in Africa, in those places, they had just hand tools trying to grow food, and drought. You know, and they had no real fertilizers. You know, how far has fertilizer technology come in the last 50 years? How far has insecticide technology come in the last 50 years? Quite a ways, I can say that. So, some people came out, and I feel like a weirdo talking to my phone. So, yeah, life has improved. Life has gotten better. You know, the advent of the computer, huge, decisive thing for humanity. You know, with the advent of that, then we're able to do everything. We can design everything. We can think beyond our capacity, think beyond our ability to pay attention. That's what a computer does. It ponders away at the task unrelentingly, as long as it takes to solve it as humans, we really kind of don't have that ability to keep our attention on something that long. You know, computers give us that, take care of all the little details we would miss. And in many ways, to show us the truth, and to show us how we can move forward. You know, this whole, and the climate, look around. You know, since I was a little kid, 6 years old, I see no significant change in any direction in the climate. I'm sorry, guys, but summers are just as hot, winters are just as cold, there's just the same amount of snow, same amount of rain. I can predict it. My wife, who recently came here from Japan, you know, I'm saying, okay, well, you wait until next week, all of a sudden, boom, temperatures are going to change. It's going to start raining. And sure enough, boom. It's predictable. It's not an unpredictable thing. So for me, at least, 1 degree, 2 degrees, sea level rise, okay. You know, I look at the numbers behind that, and it's like, well, okay. Yeah, it's happening. Sea level is rising. Indeed. Not at the predicted rate, but it is rising. And I'm sure now I have a context box that's going to say climate change. It's like, okay, Google, tell us the truth, will you? Please. I'm longing for the truth, Google. Please, give me a context box. That way everybody can know the real truth about climate change. And they will have a link to go deeper and really find out for themselves what the truth is. That's what we want. We want people to find out for themselves what the truth is. That's good. Because the truth is out there. And don't forget, God is out there. God is like the world's natural supercomputer that makes all of this miraculous things that we call life happen. You know, if it wasn't for God, there would be none of it. You know, we wouldn't have these giant brains, which nothing else in the universe that we know of have. You know, the world's biggest supercomputer is lodged right inside of our skull. Think of what it's doing. Just to discern things with your eyes and ears, to be able to look around and give representation to things. That's a miracle. Truly, it's a miracle. You know, to be able to perceive the future, design things, to build things. That's a miracle. And we are going forward at an exponential rate. And if we don't blow ourselves up, which could happen, think about what's going to happen in the next 50 or even 100 years. Think about what kind of changes are going to occur. You know, if you're 50 to 60 years old, you've seen a lot. Just imagine what's coming up now that we have this new platform to start from, this new computerized, technologicalized platform. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the truth ever comes out. Or maybe they'll use it as a tool to continue to deceive. I don't know. I really don't. So, once again, Google, thank you for the context box. People really need to know the truth. I encourage you to do that. My name is Jerome, and I am the Sane Realist. Have a good day.